Hi, my name is Robert, and today I'm going to do a walkthrough on how to create uh, a checkbook register using Google Sheets, Google's spreadsheet application. One of the nice things about Google Apps is you can use any device to get into it. It's versatile. It'll run from any platform. Uh, in my case, I'm using an iMac, but basically anything that's got a screen big enough for a spreadsheet will work. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is get into Google Sheets, and you can do that from any browser. Just enter Google Sheets, and you may have to sign into your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you will have to create one in order to work with the apps. And I'm going to go to Google Sheets and start a new spreadsheet. You're going to want to select blank on that, and that should bring up a blank new spreadsheet. Um, the first thing you want to do is give it a name. So we're going to go up here, and I'm going to call it checkbook register 1. Then you can go down here to cell A1 and click on it. And the first thing you're going to do on your actual document is give it a title. So to do that, you want to select A through G because there's going to be that many headings in it. Then you can do a merge cells option at the top, and that will turn it all into one cell. Then select horizontal align center, and font size, I'm going to go with 14 on this. And then you can enter your title. And hit enter. And it should take you down to cell A2. And you'll notice that all the settings, the font size and the horizontal alignment, everything is back to its default settings. Once you've got that done, I'm going to leave a blank row between my title and the headings for the individual columns because it just looks better if you do. And then I'm going to start entering my column headings across here. There's going to be, the first one's going to be, well, before you do that, you want to, I'm going to do those at 12. I'm also going to center align those in the individual cells. So the first one's going to be item description, or item number rather. And the second one will be date. And you can use different headings and arrange this in whatever manner you want. I'm just using this as an example because it's a fairly common format, but it's not static by any means. Section description. And I'm not going to worry too much about the cell width right now, about information running over from one cell to the next. We're going to fix that in a few minutes. And the next one's going to be tax deductible. And we're going to have check or debit amount. And deposit or credit amount. And finally, we're going to have balance over here. And once you've got all your headings entered, you can go back through and do things like if your column width is not where you want it, you can highlight the column by selecting the letter at the top of the column and going over to the right hand side and adjusting that to whatever width you want. Like this one for sure, transaction description is going to need to be wider. So I'm going to move it over like that. Tax deductible will need to be smaller because you don't need much information in that one. Also, you can select a column if the heading is still not fitting. You can select the heading and go into text wrapping and select the wrap option, and that will wrap the text so that it's on more than one line. And we'll definitely have to do that on on check or debit amount. Text wrapping. And also on deposit or credit amount. Whoops. And that's starting to look a little better. The next thing we're going to do is format those columns for the type of data that it's going to contain. For example, the date column, we can select it by selecting the letter at the top. And under your format options here, there's a more formats option. You can select that and select date, and that just makes it easier when you enter a date. It will format it for you. Also, we can format check or debit amount for format as currency, and same thing on deposit or credit and balance. Okay. And next, we're ready to start entering some formulas. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over here to the first cell under the balance heading. And I'm going to enter my first formula, and it's going to be, you'll need to enter an equal sign. Equals is the sign to indicate that there's a formula in Google Sheets. So anytime you're doing a formula, the first character will be an equal sign. So you've got the equal sign. Then you can click deposit or credit, and it will put that cell number location in for you. Then hit your minus, click your check or debit amount, and then hit enter, and it will give you your balance. Now it's showing a 0 right now because I don't have anything entered, but if there were numbers in here, it would perform that formula. The next formula is going to go right underneath that one in the second cell underneath balance, and that one's going to be similar. You're going to start it off with equals. The only thing is you're going to start it off with the cell right above it, the first cell under balance. Then you're going to do plus, enter the second cell under deposit or credit, then minus, and the second cell under check or debit amount. And what that's going to do is give you a running balance from one column to the next, or from one row to the next. After you've done that second one, it's very easy to do the rest of them. Just highlight that cell, go over to the lower right hand corner, select that blue box and carry it down as far as you want to go. And it's showing the balance at 0 now, but it will, once you start entering some numbers, it will keep that updated as you go along. So just to show you how it's going to work, let's put some numbers in it, like 1,000 for deposit. Then over here, maybe and as you can see, it keeps a running balance over here on the right hand side as you enter information. One other thing you might want to do on your item number column, since a lot of times you will have like say that's and you see, you'll see how your numbers are lining up on the right hand side and everything else is lining up on the left. To fix that, you can select that column at the top and go into your format, align right, and that will move everything over so that it's more lined up. And that pretty much does it. Remember, you can always move things around, put these columns in different places in different orders, give them different titles, whatever you want to. But you should be careful when you're doing your editing if there's a formula in the cell, because if you mess the formula up, it's going to give you some unexpected results and inaccuracies. Also, something to be aware of, while this spreadsheet doesn't access your account directly, it does have your balance and some personal information. You might not want to know everybody to know where you've been shopping. So you might be aware of who's around you, who might be looking over your shoulder or whatever when you access your account. Also, Google Sheets is a great application for sharing with other people. In fact, there's a share option over here. This one's marked private to only me. On something like this, unless it's a shared account, that's probably where you want to leave that. Otherwise, other people are going to be able to get into your register and see it, alter it, whatever. So that's about it. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.